Oh, blushing bride. Yay, that was better. Double wedding ring. Yay! Woo! Cool, like my dress? I fit into it at one time. You should see how short it is. I was showing all kinds of leg. I don't know what I was thinking. That was in '67. What a long time ago.
The mini skirts or whatever.
Yeah, really such fun. So we have antique quilts to show you. Am I good? Does everybody hear me?
Yeah, we're skipping to the night.
We're skipping to the night.
It was a bad joke. When I take your...
Oh.
Did you get that joke?
Oh.
What? Do that when you were married.
I don't know.
You taking your clothes off?
Oh, it's stuck, all right.
What is going on?
All right.
I can't follow it. It's going too quick. So he took my
God.
microphone.
But he got oh.
That's so your real pants didn't fall off. Because it's too much weight on her skirt.
Okay. All right.
But I don't have a mic on. Oh! We can go! Do you want to see our antique quilts? Our old double wedding ring quilts. And we should have you come up too after we show this. Okay, so we have to do this all over again, Claudia, and you guys have to respond like you never saw the quilt before. Oh, good! Look at that. Double wedding ring. See, this is actually just the right size for a double bed, don't you think? You guys got your cameras out. That's really good. With really big arcs. When I look at the arcs, I feel like they're footballs, huh? They're big footballs, but there's arcs all through the middle and then around the outside. And what I saw when I was looking, oh, it was the one on the wall. But see how nice she evenly dispersed all of her different fabrics. And then the 4-patch right here. Okay. You want to see the back? Sure. Look at the back. Look at the quilting. Hand quilted. Hand quilted, the 4-letter H word. Yeah. This is probably done in a church, a church group. Everybody sat around. And remember to use retain in your water when you wash your quilts. I never thought that this quilt had probably never been laundered. Wow. When I did it. Yep, that's a good one. Okay, take it away. And now we have the most unusual wedding ring you've ever seen. Wow. So now you get to see it all over again. So the names are all upside down. Good, cool. This is a signature quilt. I'm not sure if each person received like one big block, but they wrote their name in the middle, and it looks like each person did their own blanket stitch around the outside edge. And I love, this is Chubb and Laverne Moore did this one. Chubb and Laverne. Is that good? And this one, let me see. Where's Mrs. Curtis? Mrs. Curtis is around someplace. She's over here. Oh, Mother Curtis, Mother. Here's Hazel here. She did that. Verna Yates did that. But I think it's really cool. Mildred, the names are so unusual. And I think this is Nettie. Nettie Lady. Isn't that's very unique, very, very unique. But I did get it in Paducah, Kentucky, and I just thought it was so much fun. It was actually given as a gift from the teachers that I was teaching. Gave it to me, so I got to show you. Okay, don't show it yet, because we're going to have Joanne come out with her antique quilt. Cool. All right, so you get to show yours, and then we're going to, okay, you can show the quilt, and I'm going to have you put this on the picture.
My great-grandmother made this for my grandparents
in 1919 when they were married.
Is that beautiful? That is gorgeous. Very beautiful. So her great-grandmother, I'm going to repeat it just in case the audience didn't hear. Her great-grandmother made it in 1919 for her wedding. And Joanne does not have their wedding picture, but look at this. Okay, Eric, see if you can switch and go right on here. Oh, are they on? So this is their 50th wedding anniversary. 50th wedding anniversary. Isn't that sweet? See, some marriages do last. 50th. And I love what Joanne told me at camp. She said that her mother and father were married for 60 years, and he said it was the best 60 years of his life. Isn't that neat? Aw, thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Oh, and we'll give you the picture back too. And so now the new wedding ring. The Nouveau wedding ring. Wow. I did this one. I really like it. I just thought it was a lot of fun. I thought, okay, I don't want that big white space in there, so I pieced my background in here, and then I put just arcs. It's kind of like monochromatic, a lot of black, but a lot of texture in the black and white in the background. The turquoise just to go whoop, you know, spark it up. When I did this one, there are 4 12-inch blocks here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then around the outside, I just call these the side pieces. And they are 5 inches by 12 inches and 4 corners at 5 inches each. And they all have the little corners on them. Fun? Want to see the back? Ooh. All right. And that's on the back of your quilt, just in case you want to remember. On the back of your book. I see everybody taking pictures, but these were done by a professional. Get it? Okay, so now we have Sue Bouchard. She's on the cover. Ooh, and it's something about salmon. It's a salmon color, and the salmon swimming. It looks just like salmon, doesn't it? Okay, she said they're swimming around her quilt. So there are also 12 blocks. This is a lap robe. It's 3 blocks across, 4 blocks down. Sue did use 7 different colors, she told me. And if you look, you can see a big ring. They're all big rings that actually go around there. We just did something different. So each time you see the fabric to make a big ring. And what we've done is actually made like 4 rings for the circle and then an extra ring to like put in the outside. So I'm going to show you how to make 5 rings on a piece of interfacing, because that's 1 ring there and then that's repeated over there. And actually, let me see, here's another one. So she did 2 rings of some of them, and there's the extra piece over there. Very pretty, and the green is like, whoo!
Oh, look at the back. It's so pretty.
Look at the back. This is traditional Sue Bouchard. Use it all up. And actually, it looks like a Christmas fabric, huh? All right. So turn the page. Go to page 2. And this is Teresa's quilt. She did this one. Whoa! You guys are good all over again. Ooh! When Teresa did this one, she did big rings in medium, and then beside it she did another big ring in darker black on both sides, and then see, she's got the ring here and then that same fabric down here. So you see a lot of different rings going on. If you start following the ring, maybe you'll see it head off another direction as well. And so remember, you have to have 4 arcs per block, but you also need to have additional ones for the outside. for the outside pieces. And I love, show the back. Ooh.
That's great.
Cool. Isn't that pretty? And actually the squares and binding match. So I want you to look at Teresa. She dressed like she was going to a wedding. Okay, so now the one right beside it on page 3. Did you get to see this one? This is all new. Oh, Nouveau. Is that modern looking? Yeah. You know what? You can do old-fashioned. It doesn't matter. But if you want to have a new kick in life, huh? You love it. It's just really fun. This is Kate Bassett's fabric. And you can see how she evenly dispersed, like, say, this big yellow ring here. Then she made another big yellow here, down there, over there. So it's just nicely dispersed. And it really helps if you have a design wall. Teresa laid hers out on the big table in the sewing room. She picked the green to pull out all of the greens in the arcs. And this is a really pretty sky color, huh? But look at the feathers. Beautiful. They're like kind of swirl around here. It actually looks more like leaves. Like, is it fauna? Floral and fauna? Flora and the animals. And look in the...
You're right, fauna is the animals.
Oh, flora and fauna. Okay, but look at this. Big sweeping.
And flowers in the back.
Flowers on the back. Little flowers on the back. Isn't that pretty? So you can see all of the quilting. Now, this is twin size. It's 4 by 6, 24 blocks, is that right?
4 by 6.
4 by 6, twin size. Oh, and now, get ready, go. Okay, wait till they find it. Go to page 10. Now you get to see Ann Drossler, our guest. This is her quilt. And it's Kathy Cantwell who quilted it for you. Kathy Cantwell, you ready? Ta-da! Oh! Isn't that fun? So Ann did just 2 different fabrics for her rings. Just 2 fabrics. So you can take the whole total number of arcs that you need and divide it in half, right? So you can see the 4 arcs for the green and then move it over, the 4 arcs for the red. And then she just repeated green and red. And then this row she started with her red and green. And this is pieced. It's like a gold print. It's really beautiful. It's 2 different gold prints as far as I can tell. 2 lighter and then 2 a little deeper. Oh, that's really cute. She did a little flower there. And then the gold corners just set it all off. What do you think? So that's a lap robe. That's a lap robe, and it's 12 blocks again.
No, that's not. It's 20.
Is it 20? Oh, okay. So you're allowed to do what you want. It's okay. Well, Ann didn't have a book to look at. So she made what she thought was good. And see, I don't know if you saw what Orion wrote. She made 98 arcs for a larger lap so she could cuddle up next to her husband, Paul. Isn't that romantic? How long have you 2 been married? 53 years. Woo! That's pretty cool. Okay, and then actually Brenda's Christmas quilt is right beside Ann's quilt on the same page. And that is more like what we did in Egg Money with the arcs, pieced arcs. And then we also have the same one back here in the table runner here.
That's really cute.
Isn't that cute? I know, I love that. But this is not in this pattern. The pieced arcs are not in this pattern. You have to get Egg Money. See, nothing wrong with buying more books, huh? How do you like our little corner furniture? Oh, and we're supposed to display them on there. Okay, so now keep on going to page 13. This is Patty's.
That looks like Patty.
It looks like Patty. It looks like Patty. She always has to do something different. So this is 12 blocks. It's 3 by 4. She bought 12 fat quarters. And she made a different color ring for each block. And they're beautiful hand dyeds. And what she did with the corners was carry out the circle color through the corners. If you look, she got tricky on. She's got purple going around here and the orange. And it's just really beautiful. It looks like sherbet. Rainbow sherbet. That's what we should call it. But she called it rings of color. And then you can see the beautiful quilting in the back inside the rings. Flower motif. And out in the outside edges, the quilter just did straight lines. This was Judy Jackson's, huh? I think Judy Jackson did that.
Backing to remind her Judy with her kitties.
Oh, she picked out kitties. She picked out a little print that's a little kitty on it. Can you see the little kitty? For our sister Judy. Yeah, that is very cute. Okay, so turn around, show on the front. But isn't that different? Yeah. Very Nouveau, right? Nouveau. Oh, good. Okay, so she's going to hang these up so you can sit and admire them, the whole class.
Is it Nouveau or Nouveau?
Nouveau. I said it wrong. Nouveau. Very Nouveau. I picked out the word and I said, oh, nobody will ever be able to say that. And I can't even say it myself. Okay.
Or show pictures?
No, but we're going to show them. Okay, so I just have to show you my wedding pictures. I know you want to see them. 67. So I am just so silly. I always have my hair in curlers before I go anywhere. The wedding was no different. This is my wedding dress, all covered up. And what do they call those bags? Cosmetic suitcases or something? Remember those? Samsonite. Green, yeah, Samsonite. This was the front door of my house in Pennsylvania. And here we are, the blushing bride. And Bill Burns, yes, and our glasses. See, Teresa had to make me my big bow. And this is really funny, Orion. I was looking through these pictures this morning, and I'm going, I can't find Grant and Orion at the wedding. Is that funny? Honestly. Okay. So then you have to have the parents stand with you. We went to a little church in in Edinburgh State College, where we both went to college, where we graduated. It was just a little church. Only both of our families were there. But we did the whole thing. See? I had a bouquet. I threw it. Judy caught it. And that was really fun. Look how beautiful a day it was. September 1st. And so pretty. Off to the reception for the wedding cake. It's so cute. Look. See the little champagne. Look at, I just can't believe this. It looks like it started out pretty good, huh? And of course you have to show the wedding rings. I have my diamond. I have told my sons that my engagement ring was supposed to go to the first granddaughter. I still have it though. I need to give it away sometime. So what do you think? That was pretty special, huh? Yes. Exactly. And so now I have to show you. I have to get a big piece of paper out so I can trace the bride minus the groom.
There.
Oh my gosh, I hope your dad doesn't watch these shows.
Every once in a while, he'll say, I saw your friends on Saturday morning.
Oh, cool. All right, so we go to page 4 and 5, and you will see your yardage charts. So I did show you what the solid background squares look like. No piecing, or you could do the pieced background squares. And you can do the arcs. And basically what I did was have you get 3/8 of a yard for every set of arcs that you want to make. 3/8 of a yard, because it just works out perfect for getting 5 arcs on each piece of fabric. I'm going to show you. You got the corners. Ooh, non-woven fusible interfacing. Or, you can use the pre-printed. That's what my veil was. Ooh, so you can decide which one you want.
Where would you get that on?
We have lots of it here. I think we're really good on all of our supplies. So you've got yardage for table runner, lap, twin, or queen. Sounds like fun. Okay, so turn the page, and we're just going to go right into tracing our arcs. There's a couple of different ways you can get your arcs. On this one right here, I use the arc in the middle of the book, right in the very middle. I made a photocopy of the arc and the corner template. I made a photocopy, and then I just glued it onto template plastic. This is template plastic, and then cut on the lines. It seemed to be more even lines than my tracing it on template plastic. That's probably true. Or you could go ahead and get our all new acrylic templates. Oh, wow. This is really fun. And with the acrylic arc, you also get the little corner, and you can also do the wedge. Diana's just dying to do this. But remember, this is in egg money. You're not going to get it in this pattern. Okay, so which one should I use? The new template. Oh, good. Okay, this is my light to medium weight, non-woven fusible interfacing. This is the fusible side. This is the smooth side that you mark on. And I like to put a line right down through the middle. And let's go back to see. It shows you in the picture. Oops, it doesn't show you. Okay. Oops. Somewhere that went. But I find that if you put a line down through the middle and your arc has a line as well, if you match that line up, you can keep it going straight down. Otherwise, you start getting a little tweaked and such. It's much better to keep the line, draw a line, keep the line, leave about a 1/2 inch space in between. Use a permanent marking pen. See how easy this is? Ooh. So it does not take you long at all. Just to trace 5. Remember, 4 for a block, and then 1 extra for one of the side pieces. So just trace them, and then pair up the fusible side of the fabric against the fusible side of the interfacing against the right side of the fabric. Just put it on there. Okay, now I really want to show you. I would pin, and believe it or not, it is important how you pin. I'm going to start sewing here and sew down along. So if you put the pins in the same direction that you're going to sew, oh, ouch, you won't run into the pins. And I just stuck my finger in the pin cushion. And how do I know you should do it this way? I always make mistakes. I make the mistakes, and then I tell you guys what you should do. But just go ahead and pin just on the opposite ends. I'm going to sew on the curved lines, only on the curved lines, not on the straight ends. Okay? So I'm curious, have any of you ever already done this technique?
Yes.
Yes?
I did egg
You did egg money? 1, 2, Diane, Ann. Of course Ann did. I told on you, Orion. I told how you just call up Ann and tell her to send it next day, and she doesn't even have a book to follow. Okay, now we planned this earlier, so now you're going to come around behind me with your camera. Yep, right now, because we're going to set up the machine. I love my baby lock, and so I just want to tell you what I'm doing with it. Okay. So, he's coming, he's coming. So the first thing I have is an open toe metal foot. You really need to have metal because plastic will not slide on your interfacing. Okay, the next thing I like to do is lighten.
It has plenty of room, but it doesn't.
Whoops. Okay, so the next thing I like to do is lighten the pressure on my presser foot because we're going to be zipping around these curves, so you want the pressure to be light. So on my baby lock, I just go to my manual and I'm going to open to page 2. Okay, and it says presser foot pressure. Right now it's 3. That's heavy. So I'm going to take it and go down to 1. That means it's going to be lighter. It's just going to whip around there. Okay, so some of you might have a dial here on your machine, but try to lighten the pressure on your presser foot. Okay, so close the book. Okay, down here, my length is 2.0. I like to touch 1 negative to 1.8. It's a very little stitch, but your interfacing will tear, so that's why I'm doing that. Okay, now these are buttons that I love for this. This is the presser foot, which will raise and lower it just by pressing that button. This is the lock stitch. I want to lock at the beginning and the end of these curves, just so when you're turning they don't fall apart. So I'm going to touch my lock stitch, and this is the scissors, okay? So I'm just going to touch the scissors. I like my setup, so I'm going to my padlock at the top, and I'm just going to lock it all. So now if I bump it, it won't change. I got it! I did it! Okay, so now I do sew all in the same direction. So, red thread, of course. Are you back?
No.
No? Hurry, hurry. So, ready? Okay, so press your foot down. So, when I just push, I'm going, oops. Press your foot down. Needle in the fabric. Now, because I touched those 3 buttons, when I start, it's going to lock stitch and then go forward. Okay, so I'm just holding, it's going to go lock, okay, and then go forward. Okay, so try to stay on the line. Woo! Kick it up a notch. All right, so as I get down here, it really slides around good, doesn't it? Okay, now when I get right to the end, okay, I want to lock my stitches at the end. So just lock it, cut it, and the foot raises. Ooh. So don't you all want a baby lock now? I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. It's just so much fun to lock in the beginning so that whenever you're turning this, okay, and see how you can just, with your pressure lightened, you can just whip around here, and then when you get to the opposite end, okay, lock your stitches, I didn't lock in the beginning, and you can actually tear the ends. You know, you open it up and the stitches come out. So we don't want to do that. So I figured out I can sew around all 5 of these in about 10 minutes. Ooh, that's not bad, huh? So one night up at camp, I just sewed for maybe 2 hours. Sewed most of my arcs in 2 hours, maybe another hour the next morning. And then other than that, I did everything in front of the TV. So, or whenever we actually were sitting with the girls. Okay, so now take your sharp scissors. It's better to have longer ones. Teresa likes to do this with a rotary cutter, but I don't know. I like to do it with my scissors. So you're just going to go ahead and cut on the ends. Don't cut off your lock stitches. And then go down the other side. Did I say 1/8 inch away? 1/8 inch away. Remember, that's 1.8 stitch length. That's just a little guy. All right? And so you need to make all 5. For the lap robe, you do 2 sets like this. There's 6 fabrics. There's 12 blocks. So make 2 sets of each fabric of each 6. Okay, so now comes the hemostats. I love the hemostats. Do, 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 do. I know what you guys did in college with these things. But I'm like Bill Clinton. Okay, so take your hemostats. Okay, these are called non-locking. You see they don't lock. If you get it inside this arc, you'll lock it. Okay, so this is a locking one. And I know you can get them really cheap when you have surgery. But sometimes it locks right in the middle. So that's why we say non-locking. You're going, yeah, cheap while you have surgery. All right. Okay, so just open at the end and stick your hemostats up to the opposite end. Okay, open your hemostats and just tuck some fabric in there. Woo! Got myself too. I have a hold of my fabric now. I did, I pinched myself. Ouch. Okay, so then now you just keep hold on that fabric that you took a bite out of. And now let's get going with it. Whoop. Wow. Okay, and then just finish it off. Is that nice? And then just kind of pick it open on the ends. Really easy to do. TV work. Now, this is all new. Is our iron hot? Oh, good. I want to show you what we're doing. Sue taught me this. She said, Elle, use Mylar. Okay, I gotta grab it. Okay, Mylar. So we want to turn this nice, right? So I cut a piece of Mylar that is about 1/4 inch smaller than your template. Can you see that it's 1/4 inch smaller? And on the ends, you just round them off. You round off the ends here and here. And I think it's nicer if you make it like a 1/2 inch longer than your template. Okay, so then take your Mylar and just stick it in there. Ooh, stick it in. And just start pushing it in and work with your curve. You like that? That works really good. And you can kind of curve your interfacing so it's down under. Just put that out to the edges. Okay, so now we have an applique pressing sheet. And it is really good to have steam in your iron. Mylar will not melt when you press it, so just put it on there and just press it flat.
And where do you get Mylar?
We have it here. You know what? You could get a really big sheet, but we cut to just the size sheet that you need. Is that good? So it's just really inexpensive for you. So it doesn't take long. I sat this morning, I got up at 5 and I did a whole bunch of these. You want to see what I did? Get excited.
All those today.
I pressed all of these this morning. Yeah. Is that pretty? So these were my 6 fabrics. Teresa turned some of them and worked it. She did it with a knife, but it's really quick with a mylar. So these were fabrics that we had by the pound, and there's just a little bit left, some batiks from Island Batiks. And I was showing some guests through one day, and I just kind of grabbed them all up, and that's what I made it out of. That's what I'm making it out of. So there are 6 different colors. It really goes from light to medium into dark. And I tried to mix up the textures and put a little color into it. And these are going to be the corners. Ooh, is that fun? All right. So let's just lay that up there. And I just want to show you. You can, if you're going to trace your own interfacing, you can just cut big chunks of interfacing and just put all your arcs without wasting anything. And then as you need 5 of them or 3 of them or whatever, you can just cut in between like that. And Mary Pat or Quilt Smart has 16 arcs printed per panel. And in the yardage chart, I told you how many panels you need if this is the way that you want to go and not do all of your marking. So it works good. And the arcs are listed right there. It tells you how many arcs you need. Don't get excited about Queen at 180. You go, oh my gosh, how am I ever going to do that, huh? But the lap uses 62, so you can just fool around and, sew for a while. When you get tired, go ahead and switch out and trim out and such. Okay, so that's your arcs. You're going to get them all made up. But now, turn the page. Yep, you can take those. Just kind of keep everything together. So we have our piece squares. Our piece squares are down here. And that's what's in the table runner. The piece squares come from 13-inch squares of fabric. And what I did was try to pick just like colors. This one is like a lot of print. This one is a little bit more sparse. So just depending on which print you want to use. I don't know these are the best, but they're all that's left over from what I was doing. So you make 2 different sets. So you have a total of 4 different colors. 4 13-inch squares. All right, you ready? So now we're going to do that ziggy-zag thing. Okay.
Normally give them all the measurements.
Do I give them all the measurements?
No, she doesn't. You've been going like to a T every measurement. Just so you know, every yardage, there's no mystique to it.
I'm sorry. There's no mystique?
Well, I usually don't say it.
All right, I'm going to let you guys figure out everything.
I think she does. I remember her saying.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't always tell you everything, do I?
No.
I don't tell you everything. Orion, you be quiet. Okay, well, we'll tell you about Orion's marriage. Okay, so now I changed my foot to my 1/4 inch. I drew an X on my large squares. And now I'm going to sew down the left side. Okay, so just drop my foot and sew down the left side. And I'm going to take everything off except my automatic pivot. All right, head on down there. Okay, so Orion invited us to his little daughter's baptism. Aww, isn't that cute? Kylie was, I don't know how old she was, but I don't want to give you all the details. Okay, now I'm at this diagonal line going across there. I'm going to keep my needle down, pivot, and cross over about a 1/2 inch. And then turn and go down the opposite side. What we want to do is make all of our pieces exactly the same. So anyhow, it was going to be at the garden. Let's see, what's the garden called over in Ensign? Oh, Quail Garden, Quail Garden. Okay, now I'm going to repeat with that. So the guests were all showing up, and Teresa was nowhere to be seen. And some of us were holding Kylie. She looked so adorable. The Catholic priest came. He's standing in the front, and we're waiting, and we look, he's holding this book, and it says Rite of Marriage. What? Kylie's getting baptized today. And so all of a sudden, the ceremony starts, the door opens from behind, and the bride walks down the aisle. So first these two got married, and then Kylie got baptized. Is that a good story? So that's why he said it was a surprise wedding. It was a surprise. In a way, it was kind of good because we all didn't get stressed. Oh my gosh, it's a wedding. What do we take? What do we do? So it was a lot of fun. All right. So I did this ziggy-zaggy thing. It looks like a little windmill right in the middle. How I went across and down the other side. And you have a picture of that. It's shown right in number 4. Oh, I'm sorry I told you. No more details. Yeah, just find it. It's in your book. Oh, don't say that. Okay, now I cut it on one line, and then I'm just going to go ahead and cut it on the opposite line. Notice my wave. My new, oh no, it's not called a wave. Splash. My new splash cutter. Okay, so I have 4 triangles, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to turn them all over. I'm going to call, I think this is the darker side. Let's look. Which side's the darkest side? This side or this side? This one. I think so too. Okay, so Teresa, I want you to set the seam with the dark on top, open and press toward the dark, and I'm going to show my new splash cutter. That one, the little print. Yeah, that one. So it's really sharp, first of all. But whenever you push against it, the blade doesn't retract. So what I have found is the most difficult thing for people is that they change the blade and they don't know how to get it back together. Does that happen to you? Or you lose parts. There's all these little, there's a screw and there's a washer and they put it, and they come in really funny. You just never know how they go back together. Okay, see the back? Okay, so watch. You put here's a little lever. Okay, and this doesn't come off. That doesn't come off. And all that's here is just the blade and the little screw, which does not fall apart. Okay, are you excited so far? So then you change and you put on a new blade and you put it right in there like that. And then you just take this. And you put that in there. You put the screw in, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now you want to secure it, so you take this and you go poop. Oh, that's pretty cool, huh? I know. I think it's really cool. I got all excited. I was demoing it at Houston, and I just go, oh man. I don't even want to try to think how to change this blade. And one of the customers ran up and said, I'll show you. Okay, so this is how it goes now. We have the 4 different colors, the 4 different triangles. And the reason we did the stitching like we did is that they're all 4 alike. So you can make 4 different squares. And the best thing is the seam locks right here in the center. So you just sew right along and open it up, and there is barely any squaring up to do. You want to make it 12 inches. Isn't that cute? And that's all that I did to do that. Lots of fun. Look, Teresa, we have another project. Yay! Okay, turn the page. Beep. So now we have the arc in the middle. Keep on going. Patty's quilt. Oh, boy. Okay, Teresa, this is what we have to do. You're going to have to get real busy. Okay? Yes. Okay. So don't organize that. We have to go get those other things.
What do you like?
Okay. So now remember what we do now.
Oh.
Do. Okay. So now we're on page 12, the mystery. So this is actually what Anne did. Anne made a whole block with 4 arcs of red, and then she did a whole block with 4 arcs of green. And so that's how she set hers together. And even Teresa did that too. So you can just go ahead and start putting it up. And then actually the little triangles go on here, which I'll show you that in a minute. But Patty's quilt is laid out entirely different. You should know that. Of course, right? You would know that. So what you do, yes, you could go ahead and help her. So now you just you cut out all of your background squares. They could be solid or they could be pieced like this. And so we're doing a lap robe, a 12-block lap robe. So there's 3 blocks across and 4 down. And they're quickly putting it all up there. These squares are a different size than... These are different than the 13-inch ones. You'll have to look in your book. Oh my goodness. Okay, and so now you put this little edge piece around the outside edge. You're doing good. And then there's going to be the 4 corners to finish it off. Keep on going. Okay, I really... Pardon me?
Okay on camera?
Yes.
Do you have the corner pieces?
Yep, right here.
You can do the top, I'll do the corner.
Okay, there you go. Put it up there. We're doing good. Whoops! We're just losing a couple of things. So you can do this on a design wall, or you can do it on a big table. Just lay it out on the floor. But you really do need to lay it out. Don't you agree? Yeah. Okay, so while they do that, who has the funniest wedding story to tell? You're speechless. No funny wedding. Okay, wait, Nancy. Wait. Okay, what's your funny wedding story?
So at my last wedding, my husband was from Scotland, so we had full kilts, and the men did.
That's different.
Yes, and some of the lady guests were determined to see whether they were regulatory, meaning no undies. And then when we looked back on the video, it was at my home, and you have my my son and my sons and I came out, and then my sister came out holding my granddaughter, and then the guy with the ham came out.
The ham?
Ham in his hands.
Is that what they do at Scottish West?
No. No. He went through the wrong door and just got.
That is very, very funny. Thank you. My gosh, everybody's giving me little clues as to what to do. That was good.
I have something for one of your employees.
What? Okay, what do you have?
I was actually it was just a weirdest thing. She's never called me before. So one of her employees, Cabrina, called me. I haven't talked to her on the phone for probably a year. She called me. She said, "I'm doing great," which is like, okay. And she said, "I'm getting married again to my first husband."
Oh!
And they've been divorced for 23 years, and they're getting remarried. It's going to be like the maybe fourth?
Oh my gosh.
First and fourth.
First and fourth. Very interesting. So when we were at camp, one of the young women, Karen, said, "I'm a bride. I just got married." She's 70 years old. And she was sitting there with her new stepdaughter. Okay, and so beside her, there was another lady. And Karen said, "She's a bride too." And so I'm just being real nice. I said, "Is it your first marriage?" And she put her head down and she did like this. And I said, "Oh no, she's crying. I don't know what I did." And she lifted her head and she said, "My fourth." She said, "I would still be married to my third husband if he wouldn't have died." So anyhow, there's all kinds of stories. You can really have fun. Okay, so we're going to do our circles, right? Are we ready? Okay, so we got to pull this over here. And yes, I'm all ready. And so we're going to take a bright color. Look at all the beautiful arcs. And I'm going to put it up kind of high, a little bit higher than what Patty's. So it's different. We need 4 for a circle, right? But you don't put your circles on the same block. Okay, go around like that. 1, 2, 3. Ah! So you make one big circle. Is that cool? Okay, so now let's just go ahead and pick another color. We want to put another big circle, so let's start, and we're going to go this way, okay? So 1.
Let Teresa do that while you fix your circle.
Okay. Bossy. Okay, we got another circle. Good? Yeah, okay, let's go for a light one over here. And so come on over here, and now we're going to do a third circle. So you just have to start with one circle, lay it out, and just keep on adding. Now this circle is going to go out into the side piece right here, and then up above. So basically, I told you that you need to have 4 for a whole circle, but to make extras, because look at this one. See, if you wanted to start a circle here, you just pick that one extra one that you made and put it right there. And so from that point, now you just start going. Let me see. Which one? This one. Oh, there's my Mylar in there. You know, I had to put an X on it because I kept on losing it. So do that. Okay, do you want to do one more? Okay.
Right here, maybe? Right here?
Yeah. So you just keep on laying them out. And what Patty did, she got real complicated. She did like the rainbow. If you look at hers, you know, she tells you how she did the rainbow. So you just keep on going until you completely have your whole quilt, your whole, all your blocks laid out. How's that? Nice. Okay. So now let's turn the page. Beep. I have one that we already started. So you can draw an X through this. Should I start with a whole new one? You want me to start with a whole new one? Is it okay if I do with this one?
New one.
New one? New one! Okay.
Well, which one is complete?
Which one? None of them are complete yet.
So give me another set.
Okay, fine. Okay, so Teresa,
Here.
which color?
Anything. This one you haven't done.
Okay, take that one.
And this one, we have the complete one.
Oh, we don't have
Complete.
any of these. Here, let's get this one going in
Okay,
there.
you can do that one. And all
Uh,
that's perfect. Oops.
Woo!
Steal it.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. And this is the one she's gonna do.
Uh-huh. Yay! Good job. Okay, so now we need to have our little corner templates. And on this one, they actually didn't print this little tick mark. But look at your little template for your corner on page 11, okay? On page 11, there is your corner, but there's a little tick mark right in the center. And I really like that tick mark because it helps you line up your arcs. Oh, so make sure you draw that in. This is what I'm talking about, right there. Okay? And let's go right here and draw all 4 corners. It does help you also if you press in the diagonal lines. Okay, get that going there. Okay, over here, all 4. See, Orion, you just wanted to keep them.
No, I just wanted to have a complete video.
Okay.
And you know, if you want to take the things off, you could take a picture with your phone, and then you'll remember where they were.
Yes, right. Okay. Okay, Teresa, are you going to iron for me? Press for me? Okay, so now you line these up. So you use that little tick mark as the center point for the 2 arcs. And these may hang over. It's okay. It's fine because you're going to cover these up with your corner triangles. Okay? And so now I'm putting these all in place. So let me grab the ruler. Oh, whoop, gone. You better be, Teresa, I have to tell you. When I was at Market Festival, there was a young man there that said Teresa should stop being mean to you. I said, what are you talking about? And he said, well, she just grabs stuff from you.
Oh, no.
They're already talking about you. You're in trouble.
Will this work well on the press?
Yes, oh, of course it works well with the press. So that you can just fuse this down really quick. Yeah. Right, a press, an electronic press, You put it on there and you just pull the press down. It has a lot of weight, a lot of pressure, and it seems. And then fold it, flip it over, and do it from the back side. Okay, now I really like to use the blanket stitch when I sew this down. Teresa, what stitch do you like to use?
I love the blanket stitch, but I want to do fast, so I just do a straight stitch.
Yeah, that is really the good point. She loves the She loves the blanket stitch, but she wants to do it straight. And so, oops, let me get this in here. And I think that somebody does, you know what we saw today? Somebody did invisible thread. So it looked like it was done by hand. Yes, with the blind hem stitch. And that was really nice. But I like to select a blanket stitch. It goes on the outside and takes a bite in. You need to have the bite that bites to the left. To the left. Okay, you did a beautiful job. All right, you did a great job. No more grabbing from me. They're out there talking about you. Okay, so needle down. Okay, I am going to use a width of 3.5 and I think a length of 3. So I like that. Okay, so you do a straight stitch on the background and then your bite goes in. Okay, I'm going to step on the gas so you can see what I'm doing. You start on the inside, you go the whole way around the inside, and then turn and go on the outside. Okay, can you see that, Orion? Shouldn't I have started it earlier?
That much?
Oh, yes, it'll cover it. It'll be fine. Oh, I see what he meant by earlier. See down here? It could have started a little earlier. You better be careful or you're going to get picked on too. The audience is out there watching you. They say, oh yeah, your son's always pushing you around, telling you to stand on this little mark, stand on that little mark. Look how far I went in. I did such a good job. Where do you see this corner? Oh, wow. Wowie. Do you see? Didn't I do good? But see, look, you can just really speed up. Okay, so you go on the inside, right? And then you cut, and then you have to turn and go on the outside. And I see a little bit of interfacing showing. You can go ahead and just take your stiletto and roll it under, and you won't see it.
No. Do you have to go the other way?
No?
Mirror image.
No, it's the same stitch.
Because she mirrors.
It's still biting to your left. Still biting to your left. Okay.
So what are the measurements?
On this stitch, it is number Q14. I have a width of 3.5, and I did a length of 3. And I like that. Take a look at it. I think it looks good. Does it look good? So you can just play around and you can do whatever. Okay, so all we have is our corner. We're going to do all of our stitching, and this is a little bit different for your corner. This is a 2 3/4 inch square, and I decided to use the whole square in the corner instead of cutting and only using half, because I think that if you take your square, you press it in half, and then you line that square up with your corner, when you fold it back out, you get a better fold, it's squarer. It's squarer out there. More square. It's more square. Okay, and what I recommend is that you don't stitch exactly in the ditch. To compensate for the fold, stitch one thread to the right of the fold. So if you set up your machine for a straight stitch, okay, I've got a straight stitch on here, but just move your needle one thread to the right. On my foot that I'm using, I have a center mark, I have a guide. I'm going to put my guide right on the fold, but my needle is going to be one thread to the right. And that's just to compensate for the fold, so that whenever you open it up, We're nearly done. Okay, so, whoops. So here we are here. And you just check it, fold it out, make sure it's good. And when you like it, then just go back. Take the 1/4 inch line on your foot. I'm so close. Take the 1/4 inch line on your foot. Ta-da! Okay, Teresa, can you move everything away that's right here in the
Tell
tip?
your friend you tell me to move it.
Move it! I think his name was Michael. He's probably watching right now. Okay, so then you fold it out.
You want your picture here?
Oh, my wedding picture. Nope, you can take that. Take everything. Take it all. Move it off. And so you do all 4 corners, trim it off. And that's the block. Woo! Yeah, but wait, I have one more I want to show you. I had so much fun making it that I did another one. It was with Venertex fabric, and it's like little words. I think it's called Wordplay. Wordplay, and I can't wait to show that one to you. Okay, this is the 5th row. Okay, we'll need to have the iron off too, Teresa. So this one I just made with 6, 2 by 3, and I did do piece background, very subtle and soft in the greens. Oh, isn't that pretty? I think it's really fun to do. This is row 3. And these rows, these are not hard to sew together. They are seams that they do not lock right here, but they just line up on top of each other. And you could surely use a pin right there if you want. But I find that I usually finger pin, match, and finger pin. Another row. This is row 2 at the top. And the top row, open it up. Yay! Whoops, turn it around.
Very cool.
Very cool. Is that cool? I really like it. Very, very cool. And what's fun is that you can press your seams so that when you sew your top together, they will lock. And if you go to page 18, on the very first one, it says to push your seams out. Push your seams out. So this is what I meant out. I went in on the long one and I pressed out. The seams went out. And then over here, I went on where the next one was and pressed the seams out. So that then, if these are out, then the next row, the seams are in. Okay, so I went to this first seam and pressed it in, and the opposite side in. And then go over here, press it in. And so when you put these together, you're actually going to be locking them whenever you sew. Yes, is that good? Yay, we like locking seams, so you can just go right sides together, sew them right across. And there's no borders on this little guy. We didn't do borders on most of them, and any of them. We didn't do any borders. How fun is that? Nouveau, did I say it right? Nouveau. Nouveau. New. I think it's fun. Good deal. All right, so did you? Oh, yes. You know what, Sally? I did this one just for you because you went and you got the AccuQuilt cutter. And this is what the AccuQuilt has done. You can cut this out, and I actually put the fabric in the interfacing, layered it together, cut it together, and then the square, I did a little bit bigger, but look what they have. We're not going to do all this, right? You could. This all pieces together, but this basically I used this. And this is the size of the arcs. They're a little bit chunkier than what we've been doing, but I just had fun putting them together.
Do you want to show them against another one, how skinny compare?
Oh, I think they can tell. You can see. You can see it's a little bit fatter, but it was a lot of fun to do. Very, very quick. Very, very quick. Would you like sharing? Yes. Who brought anything to share? Let us see. Yay, Heather. Let me look at the time. How are we doing?
I'll be really quick.
You'll be really quick.
Yeah.
Cool. It was.
You know how we do last Fridays here?
Yes, come over
I
here.
had nothing to do, so I went to my stash and thought I'd do some flying geese.
Uh
I
huh.
like doing it. I love flying geese roller.
Yes, you love flying geese.
It's fabulous.
Okay, Missy, you've got to speak in the mic.
Wow, that's
Oh my gosh.
So kind of fun.
Wow.
From my
Turn around.
stash.
Is that beautiful? Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous.
I kind of like it. Oh, no, I did buy the border fabric, but everything else is just what was in the...
How fun is that?
very pretty.
Very, very nice.
I made something. I couldn't.
Yes, she did it, she did it. She had nothing else to do, she said. Okay, Sally, just step right up. Oops. I'm losing my mic. Okay. Do you want to tell what yours is?
Mine is called On Guard because the dogs are guarding the geese.
The guards. I think dogs chase geese. Very, very cute. So those are little AccuQuilt dogs.
Yep.
Fun. Very cute. Yay! All right, watch my wires.
This is one of Eleanor's patterns, but I carried all the fabric back from England.
Oh my goodness! Oh, how cute it is!
Yes. Except this piece is your fabric.
Yes, I was going to say that's our California shop hop.
But everything else, and England does not have quilt shops, as you well know.
Right, you have to kind of manufacture it like a design.
Well, it's from the Norfolk Farmers Market. It's on a farmer's market where you get the fabric.
How fun.
Yeah.
Very, very
So
nice.
this is for my dad's dog walker that he's had for 6 years.
Aww.
She walks him twice a day, and she charges $5 a day. So we thought we'd give her something special for
How
her birthday.
nice. She's enjoying it just as much, huh?
She hasn't seen it yet.
No, I mean,
dog?
she's enjoying the dog.
Yeah.
She'll love that. Thank you, Sandra. That's great. All right, step right up. Step right up. Oh, you finished something.
Well, it's a miniature block, 4.5-inch squares.
Aww. Look how cute that is. Those are beautiful.
And I just
You've been stitching in the ditch around them. They look really
and
nice.
I'm just going to do some squiggles. And then the leftovers from these 4.5-inch blocks, I made this little guy.
Aww.
And I even got a label on it.
Aww. Very nice.
It was fun.
Very, very cute.
Sure is a lot easier to work with tiny
Than the big ones. Very
That's
nice. Good deal. Oh, you two guys were on retreat. You've got some sewing done. Oh, the pineapple. Oh, very nice, Yvette. I really like your purple plaid. That is very nice. 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Good job. Yay. And Jeanette, she's got a bigger one, huh? You got a bigger one?
That's why I had to come first, because I don't want hers to show me it.
Oh my gosh.
My all-time favorite.
Oh, wow. Oh, that That is awesome.
This is all leftovers from my Civil War love letters.
That is beautiful. That is really gorgeous.
Thank you.
Very, very nice. Good job. Very, very nice. Good. Good. Anybody else? Oh my goodness. So that was really fun. And I think that let's keep these marriages going, huh? At least enjoy your double wedding ring.
Do you want to tell them about your...
Oh, yeah. 2014?
Oh, you want to come to a mystery?
Yes.
My quilt's been stolen. I'm sorry. I cannot show it to you. My quilt is gone. Yes, it is. My quilt is gone. I do not know who took it. I have been looking for it. But I'll tell you what. I have some antique blocks that I'm going to show you. We're going to make the antique blocks. And I hope by the time we get the antique blocks done, my quilt comes back. We figure out who took it. I'm suspicious of all of you, don't you know? So we're going to spend half of the year, 6 months, with this quilt. It's not going to be a queen quilt. It's not going to be a big book. It's going to be a little, like about 60 inches square for the wall. And I'll show you how to make all the pieces, hopefully. One part of it a month. I'll tell you in the beginning all about the yardage and how much you need. I do remember what the quilt looks like. So other than that, it's a good thing. See if I can recreate it, huh? But it will be a mystery. That's going to be a lot of fun. So we're only going to do it for half a year, and then the second half of the year, we're going to do another quilt. So that sounds like a lot of fun, huh? You going to join me?
Yeah.
All right, join me. You can sign up now.
Yay.
Thank you.